I live for playing live. That's what I do. That's what all my records are live since after the gold rush, with the exception of Trans and the vocals on Landing on Water. Everything I've done has been a live thing. I've tried to do, it is what it is. I go in and sing the song and arrange it, and we all play it at once and then mix it, and that's it. So it's no different from playing in a club, playing in the studio. I hate studios. Studios are passé for me. I'd rather play in a garage or in a truck or in a rehearsal hall or a club or a basement, anywhere but a studio, where you have to go down the hall and see other people playing, and you feel like you're in some kind of a complex that's, you feel like you're a soup, you're cream of mushroom and they're tomato, I don't like it.
When Neil plays, he just jams.
Yeah.
And the look of the whole show, are you trying to bring in more of an intimate look rather than the glammy kind of...
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, glam is definitely a word we don't want in a Neil Young show. With Neil, it's like, just sit back, watch them play, listen to the music, and just get into it. Just get into the groove of it. And that's all we do. We just follow it.
Most shows have spotlights. There's no spotlights here.
Right.
Yeah?
Right. We don't use spotlights. We don't use any moving lights. Neil just likes kind of a low-key thing. Let them play. Let them get in the groove, and we just kind of follow with some colors and little subtle things.
Gonna leave the pain behind. Gonna leave the fools in line. Gonna take the magic potion.
As well, there is no set list.
There is no set list. It's a crapshoot.
So you're sitting here at the board, just hanging out like the rest of the people here?
Yeah, we're sitting here. We're just we're like you guys. We take it as it comes.
Yeah.
Neil just kind of decides what he wants to do as he goes, and we just follow in like fashion. So.
Television? That's very strange.
I really don't remember, except I know I wrote it all on my bus. And I thought of the first line, rockin' in the free world, keep on rockin' in the free world. I thought of that and I said, well, God, that really says something, but it's such a cliche. It's such a terrible, it's such an obvious thing. So then I knew I had to use it, And then the rest of it, obviously, it said keep on rockin' in the free world says so many things to me that, of course, as you notice, I just sing it over and over again, if I sing it 4 times in a row by myself, I mean, there's not even a chorus, So I tried to interpret every time I said it as a different thing. And then the words to the verses and everything, who knows where they came from, I can't even remember writing them, really.
Actually have to tune this room?
Yeah, every room has to be tuned for the acoustics of the room.
A cement room, how do you tune a big piece of cement?
Very carefully.
Yeah?
It tends to sound like a cave. You need to dial out frequencies that are a real problem. It's critical with Neil's show especially because he uses a lot of effects.
People shuffling their feet. People sleeping in their shoes.
The mood that Neil records under, the kind of sound that he gets when he records in his barn on the ranch, he has a certain sound. You need to try to achieve a similar sound to like a barn, and use the effects in order to get the liveness that he gets on his records.
It must be hard. It's bigger than a barn, eh?
It is bigger than a barn, yeah.
Nice stuff in there. This T-shirt came out of a photo session of 18 shows that were performed at a place called Princeton Landing right near where Neil lives in San Francisco.
Oh, really?
One of his artist friends came down and shot a bunch of live shots, and consequently one of them wound up on the T-shirt.
There's kind of a cool story to this one, What's the story?
I've been told that the design is top secret.
Oh, really?
And it comes off of a very special guitar he's got sitting in his apartment at home.
Oh, really?
That no one can talk about.
Or death?
Yeah, exactly. I like my job.
Yes.
How did the union come to pass, come to be? Were you thinking Neil Young while you were writing the screenplay?
I was, yeah.
You were?
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't really think it would happen, you know, but I just kept that idea in my head and got to meet Neil while we were shooting because he and Crazy Horse played in Sedona, Arizona. And I got to meet him briefly then, and I gave him a script, but it wasn't until I was editing the film and sent him a rough cut that he could really have any basis to decide if it was something interesting to him.
Right.
But that drove a lot of people crazy because they kept saying, oh, well, you've got to know who's going to do the music. What's going to happen? What if Neil Young doesn't do it? Because he's like, you know, we thought he's not going to do it. But I refused to. I just said, no, I'm not going to even think about that. I want to see what Neil says.
I wasn't really as familiar with Jim's work as I was with him. You know, like I'd heard his name as a director for a number of years, and I'd never seen the pictures. But then I got the script and a little note, and the note, I remembered it, you know, I remember the way it looks. I don't remember what it said, but I remember what I looked at this note and I said, well, this is a real human being is on the other end of this. And then later on we got to the video, and I saw it somewhere in the hotel somewhere when I first looked at it. And I loved it. It was like, really was the long version. It was like 2 hours and whatever, it was very long, and it had no music, but it was like an epic, you know, and it just went on. I just loved it, and I really loved it. And so I felt I could do something with it, you know, and I really loved the dialogue, what the dialogue was saying, and the way it was saying it seemed real musical to me.
And while achieving great success in the United States and around the world, he has always seen himself as a Canadian musician and was inducted into the Juno Awards Hall of Fame in 1982. Your Excellencies, Mr. Neil Young.